Hello everybody and welcome back. This is Miss Hill and this is your first video lesson of 2015. So please walk through this video, rewind as you need to, pause as you need to, go back through anything that you are not understanding until you get it. But this chapter, we're going to start looking at polygons in chapter 6. So we're going to learn how to identify and classify polygons in this section and how to find the angle measures of quadrilaterals. So a few of the keywords that you're going to be seeing throughout this section are polygon, side of a polygon, vertex of a polygon, and the diagonal of a polygon. So let's start by just looking at a few polygons that you've probably noticed many times in your life. So notice each traffic sign below is an example of a polygon. Okay, each sign is essentially formed with straight lines. We know some of them are curved when we look at them, but essentially if we look at them, they look like triangles or rhombus or a pentagon or an octagon, that kind of thing. Okay, so what is a polygon? It's just a plane figure that is formed by 3 or more segments that we call sides. Notice each side intersects exactly 2 other sides at each of the endpoints. These endpoints we're going to be calling vertex of a polygon. And then of course a segment that joins 2 non-consecutive vertices of a polygon is a diagonal. So just as an example, remember a diagonal would be something like from here to here or from here to there. Okay, non-consecutive vertices, meaning they're not side by side. Okay. Alright, so a few practice problems. Let's do these together. A is definitely a polygon. This is a 4-sided polygon. It's closed. We can tell we have 4 vertices. Okay, no problems there. Now B, we've got this curved area right here. So this is not a polygon. Okay, we don't want any curves. C almost looks like A, but it's not closed. Okay, so C is not a polygon. D, yes, this is a polygon. Even though, notice it kind of caves in a little bit, that's okay. It's still formed with sides, no curves, it's closed. So yes, that's a polygon. You try these, pause the video, and see what you can come up with, and then I'll reveal the answers. Alright, so A is yes, that is a polygon. B is no, we can't have this overlap right here. C is no because we have the curves. Alright, now what about classification of polygons? Most of you have classified these figures for a long time now, so they should be pretty easy. But let's just go through them together just to make sure everybody knows what each of them are called. So the triangle we know has 3 sides. A quadrilateral has 4. Your pentagon has 5 sides. Your hexagon has 6 sides. Your heptagon has 7 sides. These are very similar and get confused easily, so be careful with the hexagon and the heptagon. And then of course we have our octagon, which has 8. Now of course these are the most familiar to us, but there are definitely more. The 9-sided figure is called a nonagon. The 10-sided figure is called a decagon. The 11-sided figure is really weird. It's called a tetragon. And then the 12-sided figure is called a dodecagon. And then all the numbers that are past 12 really don't have specific names. We'll just call it a 13gon or a 14gon, 26gon, 100gon, just depending on the number of sides it has. Okay, these are the ones we'll work with most. Alright, so let's look. We want to figure out, are they polygons? And if they are, let's talk about what type they are. So A, yes, of course this is a polygon. It has 4 sides, so this is a quadrilateral. B, this is not a polygon, remember, because it has those curves, so this one's not one. C, yes, this is a polygon. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, so remember what that one's called? A pentagon. And then D, no, this whole thing is not a polygon. Now each individual triangle would be, but the whole figure, since we have that overlap right there, we're going to have to say no. Alright, again, pause the video, take a minute, and decide what you think. Okay, once you have decided, here are your answers. A is not, because we have the curve. B is yes, this is a quadrilateral with 4 sides. And C is yes. This one is a pentagon with 5 sides. Alright, again, let's try these together. Number 1, no, it's not closed. Number 2, yes, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another pentagon. Number 3, yes, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be a quadrilateral. And number 4, we're noticing the curve, which is going to be a definite no. Alright, now let's really zone in on quadrilaterals for a minute. Remember, these are our 4-sided polygons. Okay, so quadrilateral is very interesting in the fact that a diagonal of the quadrilateral divides it into 2 triangles. So notice the red diagonal drawn in. Okay, I split that quadrilateral into 2 triangles. Okay, notice each of the angle measures, or all of the angle measures in the triangles add up to 180. So if you think about it, how many triangles do you have? 2. So if this one adds up to 180 and these angles in this triangle add up to 180, then you're going to have a total of 360 degrees inside that quadrilateral. Okay, so one thing that we want to realize is that the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360. All the time, every time. Okay, so again, all of these angles, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4, should have measures that add up to equal 360. Okay, let's try these together. If we're going to find the measure of angle S, notice we're going to have to add up the 3 angles that we know. So when you do 80 plus 70 plus another 70, you're going to get 220 degrees. Okay, so we're going to do 360 minus 220, and that's going to give us our measurement. So 360 minus 220 is going to give us 140. Okay, let's do the same thing for angle V down here. So let's add the ones we know. We know 45 degrees plus 150 plus 130. That sum is 325. So we're going to take our total 360 and subtract the sum that we found, 325. Okay, and that's going to equal 35 degrees for angle V. Pretty easy, right? Alright, you guys give these a try. Pause the video. Don't go ahead. Just pause the video. Okay, and then I'll reveal the answers. Alright, how'd you do? Hopefully good. If you have any questions, make sure you document them and bring them to class tomorrow. The last thing I want you to do is an entry slip to class. So this is what I'm going to check to make sure that you watched the video and that you tried this problem. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at the picture, and using your knowledge of the measurements of the angles in a quadrilateral, I want you to find the measure of angle C. Okay, one little hint I will give you is that angle C has 2x. Okay, so you're going to have to write an equation to solve for x, and then don't forget, plug back in. Okay, if you have any questions, you can message me on Edmodo or email me. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.